5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Within 45 minutes. 4 goals. Jesus Christ. So where do you begin from? Position 20 right now as we speak. I mean, Arsenal is relegation material. 3 games, 0 points, 0 goals, and you spent 129 million plus. You still want to spend more. You have a manager. You're playing players who you don't want to play again. You want to sell, and you're saying, "Wow, we have a club." Jesus Christ. So, okay, I want to get angry. I want to talk about the game. But then how can you talk about a game where there is no talking point? Where is the talking point? I mean, where? Okay, let's talk about Arsenal. Where do we talk about them from? Because from the manager to the players to the management, they should...
Very strange.
Jesus.
This is very strange for Arsenal after 3 games. 20, position 20 is very strange. We are used to other seasons where by now Arsenal have already taken an early lead, but now we see something very different from them. And it just proves on how the league has really tightened up.
No, there's nothing like the league tightening up. No.
And also
the league is not tightened up. 0. The league is the same. It's Arsenal that has no clue what they are doing. Let me start by this. Arteta should go home.
You think Arteta should be fired?
Of course he should be fired.
He should go.
Of course he should go. What is he doing at Arsenal?
No more time?
No more time. I mean, which time are we talking about? When you lose at Arsenal, first game, no score, and you're playing Brentford. It's a winnable game. You can win with Team B. He didn't win. Second game, no score, 0. Third game, no score, 0. So why you're the club? Why? Okay, if you're told, justify your presence. Why are you here? Just go.
So you want to say today there are no positives exactly
there is
from the Arsenal team?
Nothing, 0. Which positive was there? Because the same trend that we've seen for the entire of this season, from Arteta, and this time I'm very specific, from Arteta, is the same trend that we saw today when they lost 5. How do you lose 5 against Man City?
And what can you say about the fielding of, the system, using a system where he played 5 defenders, 4 midfielders, and only 1 up front man?
Listen, we played Cedric, Chambers, Holding, Kalashnik, Tierney, 5 defenders. Yes, why do you need 5 defenders against Man City? That's a team that has got midfielders. So is it not common sense that indeed when I need to field more players is in the midfield?
No, I can understand him, given that if you come up from a point that teams like Newcastle, teams like Norwich, Palace have fielded such a kind of a lineup and have been able to knock off Man City, perhaps get a point, or in a good day, they go out with a win, all 3 points. Maybe I tried that kind of strategy. Yeah,
but here's the thing. But what is Arsenal's strategy? We've never seen Arsenal play this type of defensive game. We are a creative team. And if you look at the way Wenger and Emery used to play against Man City, we never used to hold back. We go there, we play our game. That's it. Now, look, how do you use Cedric, somebody that you're trying to sell, that you're struggling to sell? Kalashnik, somebody that you're trying to sell, that you're struggling to sell. Again, you used even Maitland-Niles, somebody we don't even want in that team, but you're gambling with them to play against Man City. What's wrong with Arteta? He should go.
So how does Arsenal pick themselves up? These are 3 games.
Here's the thing.
No points.
Okay.
No goal. No nothing. How do they pick up themselves?
Here's the thing. We are playing Norwich next. Guess what? They're going to beat us again. Norwich is going to beat us. Because now everybody's looking at Arsenal and saying, those are points that we have to go grab.
3 points?
Of course, yes. Norwich is going to beat us up again. There is no picking up. You just need a different manager to come in and then tell these guys how to play. That's it. Arteta is run out. When you see him field Maitland-Niles, when you see him field Cedric Soares, Chambers, holding Kalashnik in our defense, that's how you know he's run out of ideas, he's run out of gas, he needs to go. Shilenge, he needs to go today. Because if it doesn't go, there's no way Arsenal is coming out of relegation.
One thing I can assure you, maybe...
no, before the game you said, here's the thing. No, here's the thing. Before the game you said, well, Arsenal now, you know, even the players themselves, there's no way they can allow to lose.
They needed to avoid
that's it.
Or
even score.
Yeah.
Right now, we are at negative 9 goals.
Simba, and I remember one thing. We shall have an award for the month's best goal. What are you going to award Arsenal? Who are you going to award that goal? For Arsenal? The goal of the month?
Maybe Arteta. For the negative 9 goals.
Are you going to use a goal in the training session?
I don't know, man. I mean, you're joking about it, but it's really painful. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. Xhaka, was it a red?
It was a red.
But he should have gone as well.
Straight red.
We should have sold Xhaka. But you see, the thing is, Arteta makes stupid mistakes that come to haunt him later on. Xhaka didn't want to play for Arsenal. We had him in our game today. He cost us.
But it's a normal in a game of football.
Nah. Listen, Arsenal's, in his career, he's been sent out how many times? 11 times. Straight cuts. In Arsenal's career, 4 times. What are you? He should go. Why do you have that player in your team? Yeah. You have Lokongo can come in and play that. Did he play? No.
He was sacrificed to accommodate Arteta's system.
And it was sacrificed to accommodate 5 defenders.
Yeah, 5 defenders.
Who've done nothing. 5 defenders that you've never played that you want to sell.
I think for Xhaka that was a bit reckless from a senior player who needs to stand up for the team. They were too down, and there was no need for such a challenge because the player was away from the Arsenal's danger zone. There was no danger there.
There was no danger there.
And he keeps for Xhaka to make such a
and he keeps on making those tackles. He keeps on making those tackles. That is his game.
So what do you make of Man City? Those are 5 goals against Arsenal.
You see,
no doubt.
Okay.
They were playing a top side, beating them 5 goals, though they were 10 men. Does it speak anything about their title defense, or they just found an easy opponent?
Wait, were you saying they were playing a top side?
Yeah, Arsenal.
Arsenal is not a top side. Arsenal is not a top side. What are you saying?
So their win has nothing to count?
No, nothing. 0. Arsenal is not a top side. What are you saying? Arsenal is not a top side.
No,
Arsenal
Simba,
is a relegation battle team.
You can't deny.
Let's be clear.
If we go to facts, last season, Arsenal was drafted into the UEFA Super League.
But are we there?
Yes,
we are not there.
Top side. They were drafted
by
in
name, by
top
history.
side.
By history, yes.
Yeah.
Arsenal, we don't expect to be there. But let's talk about reality. Arsenal is a relegation team. There is no team that is top that goes -9 without a response in 3 games.
Now,
we are a relegation team.
What do you make of Ferran Torres, false 9, scoring 2 goals against Arsenal?
Let's talk about that, Torres. Now, the stupid thing about Arsenal, and I'm looking at it and I'm saying, wow, how bad can he be? Let's talk about Torres. He's a false 9, isn't it? Quite a young player who's struggling to get through Man City ranks, isn't it?
City, yeah.
Comes at you, scores you 2 goals. We should not be talking about Torres. That's what I'm telling you. We should not be talking about how Man City played the game. No, Man City could have played that game with their eyes closed and they could have won. We should talk about how pathetic Arsenal is.
Rodri, another central.
That's another one.
Central midfielder.
Who comes in, scores.
In fact, he rarely scores. But today, he gets a nod against Arsenal. And well, proves Guardiola, I'm the man for the position.
That's it. When was the last time that Reece James scored? Played against Arsenal? Scored. When was the last time that Rodri scored? Played against Arsenal? Scored. Anybody can beat Arsenal. And I'm calling upon Norwich. If Arteta is not fired, Guess what? Norwich, after the international break, can you please beat Arsenal? Give them 6 goals. So that now indeed Edu and Arteta could go because they're winning this club. There's nothing for us to talk about Arsenal. So you want to analyze the game. Where do you start? Okay, let's talk about Gundogan. Of course he was expected to play a good game. He played a good game. He got a score. But then talk about holding in the build-up to that score.
I feel like Arsenal is lacking some consistency, especially in the defense. They're changing the defense so much. Today there was no Pablo Mari. He played in last game, and you can see the shifting in the defense brings some instability in the defense. And when you bring in defenders in and out, it is very easy for a team to go conceding goals, because Arteta is yet to find the right partnership at the back. It should be costing him. And we have to talk about also one guy. This is Jack Grealish, the £100 million man. Today provided his first assist for Man City. Very good movement. He was able to take on 3 or 4 men, Arsenal men in the defense, bringing in across, and boom, that was the 3rd goal.
And that's exactly what we're saying. You saw that the way that Grealish gave that assist. It's the same strategy that they used last game. It's the same strategy that you guys, Chelsea, used in the last game. You always felt like you had an extra man. Well, today, indeed, Man City had the extra man. And you could see how fast they were moving. When you watched our game, how many times can you count when we're actually beyond our half? Once or twice.
So, Simba, if Arsenal doesn't sack Arteta, of which I don't see it happening anytime soon, he might go, but not as soon as the fans expect.
He should go.
What are the best you can expect from Arsenal if they don't sack Arteta immediately?
Well, here's the thing. Please, sack Arteta. Because Arsenal is a big club. Arteta is giving you headlines. Yes, he's come in, and I know we spoke last season. He came in, won a couple of trophies here and there. We said, give him time. But what time is that? What time is it? We are not playing Champions League. We're not playing Europa League. And now we are fighting relegation.
He should go.
He should go. The bare minimum is a goal, at least in a game.
If Arteta goes, who's the man to replace him at the moment?
So many of them who can come in. Who told Edu and Arteta that we needed 16 players who were going to cost 129M?
Oh, we need to talk about that, Simba.
Who told him that?
Did Arsenal sign quality or quantity players?
They signed quality, but not for now. You cannot expect kids who are coming in right now, Lokanga, Smith-Rowe, Saka, Martinelli, Bolagan, to win you a game now.
Wow. These are very interesting times in the top 4.
Now you cannot. So, okay. So, are we going to call on Saka to come in and score for us next game as well? When indeed he should be coming in.
No, he's an Arsenal player.
He's an Arsenal player, fine. But so how old is he?
He's expected to perform.
What responsibility are you giving Saka in a game? What responsibility? You will carry the game.
Creating goals.
Carry the game. That's what I'm saying. He cannot carry the game.
He's a creative player.
He's a creative player. But then when you have Saka, when you have Smith-Rowe, when you have Lokanga, when you have Martinelli and Bolagon as your main men, you tell those kids to carry the game. How are they going to score?
Wow.
That's a huge responsibility. It's a huge responsibility. And how do you, as a manager, explain you're playing Cedric, a man that you want to go, is not going. You're playing Chambers, a man you want to go, is not going. You're playing Kolasinac, a man that you want to go, is not going. Maitland-Niles, a man that you want to go, is not gone in your game against Man City. How? How do you explain that? Is that not a gamble? Okay, you want to sell a player, isn't it? But then your biggest game for the actually Man City game against Arsenal today was the biggest game for Arteta and Arsenal in this season. It was going to define the way in which we were going to play this season. Guess what? We are doomed. Because then he came in on a gamble. 5 defenders. Arsenal. We never play defensive games. Our defense is in the mid.
Wow. It can't get better than this on top 4. It gets fiery even more than this. That's why I tell you, this is the channel to watch. Top 4 for the best football in the world. That's the Premier League. We have to see. We have to wait and see whether Arteta goes or not. If Arsenal improves or not, it's a matter to wait and see. this debate cannot end. I know behind the cameras, we're still going to square it out as we see how the league takes shape. Till next time, my name is Eric Shlenje. Subscribe. We shall see you soon.
Arteta out. He has to go. Arteta out. Like now. Out. Jesus. Relegation. Number 20. -9. 0 points. 0 goals. Jesus. Yo, bro, we good.